What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Cosmic Alien here. And I remember in my last video that I talked about talking about my life and some stories. So here we are. So I'm going to tell you the story on how I broke my wrist. Very dumb and just all around kind of funny. Not even gonna lie. So going back, I think I was in second or third grade. I want to say I was in third. Actually, no. Kindergarten, first. I think I was in second grade, actually. Or first. First or second, I can't remember. Because it's hard for me to remember because I got kicked out of the original elementary school that I was going to go to over some dumb stuff. I'll talk about it in another video. But then I went to this new elementary school, so I kind of get them mixed up a little bit. So, at this new elementary school, we still lived in an apartment, I think, for like a year or so, and then we moved into a trailer. But at this apartment complex, there was a park. Very old school park. The chains on the swings were rusty. The slide was all metal, so if you went down that shit in summer, ow. Just ow. Yeah, I also had a fucking monkey bar system. It was pretty old school. It wasn't much, but it was old school. So these swing sets, I think they were pretty tall. Like, they were really tall. I can't really estimate how tall, but they were pretty tall. Pretty tall. So the chains hung down pretty far. And me and my friends, we'd usually go up there a lot. I even got spun by this dude. He said, "Hey, my son likes this. You want to give it a try?" I'm like, sure. I was just trying to be there, fucking have some fun on the swings, because I love swings. I even still go to the park to this day and swing. That's how much I like swings. And fucking, so he started tying me up because the chains are so long that you can legit sit there and spin yourself for days. So he did that. Like, he was at least probably 5'9", 6 foot. So I was up to his head. You gotta think, the chains are long, so I'm sitting there fucking spinning. I wanted it to stop. That was way too much spin for me. That was crazy. I remember like almost crying because it was too much for me. But yeah. So on this beautiful afternoon, I remember, because it immediately turned dark after I came out of the hospital. So we were there at the park, probably about 6 or 7 in the afternoon. We're swinging on the swing sets, and I'm swinging, eyes open, just swinging, fucking, and I'm getting air. I'm coming off of the seat, and just, I remember my friend saying like, "Hey, slow down," or like, "Stop swinging so hard." I wasn't listening. I was having too much fun. Should have listened, because next thing you know, I come off of my seat and fucking the chain at the very top snaps. And I remember hanging onto the chain for dear life, and next thing you know, I'm just in the air, now holding onto the chain, and I land right on my wrist. Full weight on my wrist. And in the playground, there was no wood chips or anything like that, or sand underneath, because it was just full on sand with wood at the bottom, like wood boards. So full body weight, because at the time I was pretty chubby for being in first and second grade. I was a pretty chubby kid, still am. I got the fucking cheek wart and the titties. And fucking just all that body weight on hard ground like that, it's not a good time. having a good time. So I remember trying to get up on this arm, and of course my wrist is broken. So every single time I tried to put weight on it, pain. My friends eventually got me up when taking me to my mom's apartment, our apartment. And I remember my friends like trying to hold my wrist and trying to like hold it and just touch it. I wasn't having it. I fucking yelled at them. I was being a brat, crying, sobbing, like just overall being mean, even though they're being helpful, trying to do the right thing. We eventually got to my mom's place. She didn't think it was broken at first. She tried wrapping it up and just thinking maybe I just sprained it, or very badly bruised it. And after that, I mean, I was crying through it, the whole thing. She was just trying to be helpful, and I get it. Moms do it. And I was just still in so much pain. And she finally just said, okay, screw it. If you broke your arm, we're going to go see for real. So we went to the hospital. Very big hospital. And we got there, waited in the fucking lobby for at least half an hour. Eventually got through the doors and everything and fucking scanned my arm. Saw that I broke my wrist in 3 places. The 2 main ones that connect to your wrist, and then like or either a fraction, something like that. And just, it looked bad. Got it all wrapped up, put in a syringe, and I hated the syringe. I fucking hated it. Oh, it sucked. But I have to say the cast itself really sucked, because just not having that maneuverable ability, it sucks. And also you can't get it wet, and it hurts if like you lean on it or something like that sometimes. I remember my mom actually sat down on my arm and in church as well, and fucking I screamed. It hurt so much. Man, eventually got it taken off, and if you're asking, yes, I did get it, like some stuff written on it, so I wasn't a loser with no writing on his cast or anything. Also, been smoking on this for a little bit. Pretty good stuff. Actually lost the bag explaining the name, but I do know it's indica. So, anybody watching, cheers. Yeah. Hope y'all people have a good day. And this has been Cosmic Alien. Peace.